This week I have something a little different for you all. I've teamed up with my friend from Workin Mama YouTube channel, Tab, to discuss the best tips and tricks for visiting Magic Kingdom with an infant. By the way, be sure to check out her Workin Mama YouTube channel where she provides product reviews and advice for anyone with an infant and a full-time job. We're going to discuss several different tips with visiting the Magic Kingdom. This includes everything from how to coordinate nap times, which rides are infant friendly, and most importantly, the best gear to buy for a day at the park. We're also going to discuss in detail how the Rider Switch program works, in addition to some valuable stroller management tips. So join us now at the Magic Kingdom for this week's Quick Trip Travel Tips. I should mention, we decided to film this in Magic Kingdom so you can feel like you're there with us in front of the teacups. As a result, you're going to hear some Magic Kingdom ambiance, but the good news is you get to be in front of the teacups with us. Tab and her husband, Mike, are avid park goers, so they are familiar with the ins and outs of Disney and their policies.
So we're here at the Magic Kingdom. We have a really special treat today. We are with Workin Mama. We might take off her mask. We don't know yet, we're still figuring it out. But we are seated and we have our water, so that's always a great start. And what we're really here today to do is to talk about how to pack when you have an infant when you're going to the theme park. And today we are at Magic Kingdom.
That's right.
So she has her special pack here. She's going to take us through that one by one and go for it.
All right. So today I tried to pack a little more on the minimalist side. So this is actually all we have, no full-on diaper bag. What's nice about this is the Petunia Picklebottom kit here, and this is actually Mickey Mouse themed. It's really cute for coming to Disney, and it's nice and compartmentalized. So you've got little sections to put things in. And what was nice about coming here today is that we could just pull out each of the little bags that it comes with and walk through security like that. So that's what we did. So you'll see here, this is an insulated pouch. This is what we have with snacks in it. It fits quite a bit. Just to see what we have all in here. We've got some couches, some snacks. We've got a jealous baby who's looking at all this food right now and wondering why he's not eating it. Oranges, even fit a whole banana in here. So it's nice and roomy and insulated. So if you wanted to put an ice pack and maybe some milk or some refrigerated snacks, yogurt, whatever the case, you can do that. And that fits so perfectly in this little middle section here. This one is packed with our diapering essentials. So it's stuffed full, but it has everything we need. We have a folded up changing pad, which is machine washable. This is by Jujubee, also in a Disney style, which is nice. A couple of diapers here. Package of wipes, smaller size package. Other diapering needs like cream with a paddle, and even bags to put away dirty diapers. So that's all packed in this, and it fits so perfectly, as you saw. We have another one here. We have a stain stick, a change of clothes, so this is a onesie, and another pair of socks. And then it came with another one of these, but we didn't have another need for that, so we actually used the space for Weston's water bottle. So that's what we have in here, and then this comes with stroller straps on it to attach it, and we'll show you what that looks like. But this is all we have, so pretty compact and not a ton of stuff. I do also have a purse, but I didn't necessarily need one. I could have just had a wallet and put it in my back pocket, but I do carry a Jujubee Mini BFF as my purse, and it just has a couple of things like my phone and wallet, and that's pretty much it. So that's how we packed for Disney today. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I have a little pouch here for wipes, so these are hand and face wipes. Oh, and it's also important to note that all of these pieces are machine washable. So things get dirty, especially now with, you know, kind of being a little more germophobic as we are these days. After coming here to the park, I've got everything on this table right now, but when we get home, I can throw it all in the wash.
Okay, a lot of great information so far. And remember, if this is useful for you, don't forget to hit that like button because it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks so much, and let's dive back into it.
So maybe we could talk a little bit about bringing an infant to a theme park in general. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what do you do with the diaper situation?
Yeah, so Disney is great because at all of the parks, they have a baby care station.
Okay.
It's at a different location at all the parks, but it's usually in a pretty good location. Like here at Magic Kingdom, it's towards the front of the park near Taylor's Corner. So they have tables that are set out and ready for you to just sit out there and change your baby. Okay. And they have supplies available for you to purchase as well if you did not pack everything or if you run out.
Wow, that's great to know.
Every bathroom here also has changing stations in it, but that is a nice kind of quiet, secluded place, especially if you have a toddler who's fussy. Or they also have nursing rooms too. So if you're breastfeeding, you can use those as well.
So let's say you want to ride Small World, as I believe infants can ride that ride.
Yeah.
And let's say, the line's 30 minutes and they get cranky, or maybe you have some sort of tips or some way to work with that.
Yeah, that's a good point. So for the bigger rides, we can do like a rider switch, so Small World would not fall into that category.
Okay.
But for the bigger rides, yep, we need snacks. Snack attack.
Here it is in action.
So for bigger rides, having that rider switch capability is really nice because basically one of us waits in line, the other waits with the baby, and then you get to use a fast pass to come back at a given time. They'll reserve a time for you to come back. So that's really nice. If you are taking baby on a ride and the line is kind of long, I mean, the only tips I would have is bribery. So snacks. I mean, it depends on what your baby is driven by, but I know mine is driven by snacks.
I'm sure mine would be too.
So having high value snacks, like my boy really loves yogurt melts, always a winner in our house. So we like those, but that is the best. I mean, the one thing I will say about coming to Disney is that most attractions, you actually have to park the stroller before you get in queue. So oftentimes, if you have like a big diaper bag or a lot of stuff attached to your stroller, you're probably going to leave it on the stroller and not going to have access to it.
Yes, yeah.
So oftentimes it's good to have a bag, like a diaper bag that you would wear as a backpack, or something like this has a nice little grab handle, so you can just take it right off and bring it with you if you wanted to, and then have all of your items with you.
All right.
What other questions do you have for me?
So many. Am I in frame? Yes. No?
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. Before you mentioned high value snacks, and I'm curious, do you like categorize your snacks? Is this a whole thing?
A lot of things that we would consider to be kind of good for us, like, veggies, things like that. I wouldn't call that a high value snack to a toddler.
Okay.
They'll eat it if nothing's around, but they're always gonna go for that yogurt melt or the ice cream.
So apparently I have the diet of a toddler. Or at least the cravings of a toddler. Yeah. So that all checks out. So what about nap time, nap schedule when it comes to going to a park? Like maybe you expect to take a nap halfway through in the stroller kind of thing, or do you have a plan for that?
Yeah, so I would say that for us, we're super lucky that we're local. And so because of that, we really plan around naps now. When he was much younger though, a newborn, we actually had a bassinet attachment for our stroller, and we would have that. This stroller actually does lie flat as well, so we could use that, but he does not prefer to nap in the stroller.
Okay.
When he was little, we could get away with it, but now he's really kind of needing the dark and lack of stimulation, that you get here. So I don't think we would be successful with napping. I know a lot of families are, but not ours.
All right. As you go through the park, what about things that he sees that he might want? So let's say he sees a balloon or he sees an ice cream. Are there things that he wants that maybe you don't want to give him in that moment? How do you deal with that?
That does happen, yes. Yeah, I mean, I would say the biggest example is that he loves plush. So stuffed animals. So if we're going through a store, he will grab for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I would say that, first of all, having him in the stroller really helps combat that, just because limits his mobility, so he's not literally running for something, because he could run for it and get it. And it's redirection, really, you know, trying to say, you know, you don't need that right now. We do try to reason with him, and he's usually pretty good, but we haven't had a toddler meltdown yet. Luckily, because we haven't had a toddler meltdown in the park.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I know he's a great kid, but wow.
But again, I think it's partly due to timing visits around his naps, and then being local, we're able to only come for like a couple hours at a time. So we do. I mean, if I was staying on property and doing like a nice little staycation, I would definitely take advantage of like the hotels and like take a break midway through the day, take a nap, relax, recharge, and then come back. I always recommend that.
That's great. Oh, do you have a specific resort at Disney that you would recommend that's best for location-wise to be able to go back easily?
Yeah, I would say literally anywhere but Animal Kingdom Lodge. But I love Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Right.
So if your like primary is to stay at a resort and enjoy the resort's amenities, love Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Okay.
But it's just so far away that if you're doing Disney transportation in particular, it takes a long time to get to and from. So I'd say, you know, try to focus around where you would want to go the most. Like if you are going to be a Magic Kingdom focused trip, which I know a lot of families with young kids are, because they have a lot more kid-friendly attractions that you can go on. You know, anywhere along the monorail or in boat distance would be good.
Okay, wow, we've covered a lot so far. We filmed even more tips, so I'm going to split this into 2 parts. But first, here are some of the most important takeaways so far to have a great day with you and your toddler at the park. Bring a bag with multiple compartments. One should be insulated, and it's ideal if it can attach and detach from the stroller. The affiliate link to the one we reviewed is in the description. Diaper change stations are in every bathroom at Disney, and there are even dedicated changing rooms at the front of every Disney park. Any ride that an infant can ride does not qualify for the Rider Switch program. This includes rides like Small World and Teacups. At all other rides, you can perform a Rider Switch. Part 2 will be posted shortly, so keep an eye out for that. If these were valuable to you, definitely consider subscribing for new theme park tips every week. Have fun, be well, and thanks for watching Quick Trip Travel Tips.